Hello everyone, I am Mr. Punnasagar Adhikari, lecturer in civil engineering at SKDAB Government Polytechnic, Rourkela. Today I am going to teach one of the most important subject in diploma in third semester students for structural mechanics. This is the most important subject in civil branch. The most basic concept is there in the syllabus, and this subject related to most of the subject like RCC in the design of steel structure, design of concrete structure. So I advise the students to go through the carefully in this subject and listen carefully for my lecture. Okay. So similar to structural mechanics, one of the subject is there in mechanical branch, that is mechanics of material. The both are syllabus is almost same, just the subject name is different. So before going to this subject, I am going to I want to go through the syllabus of that subject. So first topic of this subject is review of basic concept. That means what you have already studied in engineering mechanics in the first year, that we are going to review, that is review of basic concept which you already studied. Second chapter is simple and complex stress strain. Third one is stresses in beam and shaft. Next one is column and strut. Next one is shear force and bending moment, the most important and the core of this subject. Next one is slope and deflection. Next one is indeterminate beam. And the last topic of this subject is stress. So before going to it, I want to start my the first lecture, the review of basic concept. Under this chapter, the most important two things are there. One is center of gravity, otherwise it is called CG. Another one is moment of inertia. The two most important topics which you already studied in your engineering mechanics subject. Today I am going to teach these two both. Okay. So in this lecture, first I'll start with center of gravity. That is center of gravity. It is also called CG. You must have heard one more word that I am going to tell now only, that is centroid. So first you have to know the difference between center of gravity and centroid. So what is center of gravity? In every object, in every substances, in every masses whichever have some weight, that must contain one center of gravity. So suppose this is a substance, okay, whatever this object. So in this object, one center of gravity must be there somewhere else here. So center of gravity means what? The total weight of the body where it concentrate, okay, where it act, that point is called center of gravity. Suppose this is a body and the total weight of the body act at that point. So this is called the center of gravity. Okay, this is represented by generally G or CG you can write. Okay, this is the center of gravity of any body which have masses, which have weight, that is center of gravity. Centered means what? Centered means the figures in the, you can tell 2D figure like triangle, circle, rectangle. In this figure, these contain no masses. These only the plane figures. Only areas will be there. Suppose A1, A2, A3. These contain no masses, no weight is there, only the plane figure. In this case, you can tell that is centroid, the center of area where it acts, that is centroid. But in center of gravity, it must contain some mass or weight, that will be called center of gravity. So now theoretically we studied how to, what is the concept of center of gravity and centroid, but in actual case how it is coming, how we can calculate in our problems or anything else, that I will explain here. Suppose this is a body. Here I am cutting this body into number of pieces. Okay, suppose this small piece has mass m1, this mass is m2, m3, m4, m5, like this it will continue. Suppose the distance from an axis of preference, suppose it is x1 from the middle of that body and it is x2. Everything should start from the center. So this is suppose x4, like this it will continue like this. So you have to calculate the center of gravity of this body. How to calculate it? So suppose the center of gravity lies here, I am writing here g. So the distance is suppose x bar. Okay, so you can calculate the x bar like this by using the moment. Moment means mass into some distance, या फिर force into some distance. Here I am taking mass या weight, whatever you can take, mass into distance. Suppose m1 x1 plus m2 x2 m3 x3, like this it will continue by total mass. Suppose m, suppose the body has total mass, that is m. So the x bar can be calculated like this. This is the x coordinate. The x coordinate. If someone will tell to calculate the y coordinate, because center of gravity may be calculated from the vertical या फिर some horizontal. Horizontal is represented by x bar, vertical distance is represented by y bar. Y bar can be calculated the same way. If the distance is, suppose vertical distance is y1, y2, y3 like this, then the same formula m1 y1, m2 y2, m3 y3, like this it will continue by total mass. So this is the y coordinate. Coordinate या फिर ordinate, whatever you can tell. So this way you can calculate the center of gravity of any body. Now I am coming to the point how to calculate the centroid of some geometrical figures. So this is the same thing. Take, suppose this is one body which is no masses, only the plane figure is there. Like this, divide the area into number of pieces. Suppose this small area has area A1, this is A2, A3, this is A4, A5, like this it will continue. And this is suppose axis of reference, suppose x and y axis, y axis it is x axis. So suppose the distance, I already told the distance should be from the center. Suppose this is x1, suppose this is x2, this is x3, like this it will continue. Okay, so now how to calculate the centroid of that area? The centroid, the same notation I am saying, I am taking x bar or y bar. Suppose x bar, how to calculate? The same formula, only the mass will be replaced by our area. So this will be a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus A3 x3. Like this it will continue by total area. Suppose the body has total area capital A. Like this you can calculate x bar, that is x coordinate. Y coordinate can be calculated by using the same formula. What will be? It will be A1y1, A2y2, A3y3. Like this it will continue by total area. So this is the basic concept of center of gravity and centroid. Again I am repeating, center of gravity means what? Where it is the point through which the total weight of the body acts, that is center of gravity, which has some masses. Okay? In centroid, it does not contain any mass or weight. In just geometrical figures you can calculate the centroid by using the area of that figure. But in this case we are taking masses. In this case we have to take area. That's the main difference between center of gravity and centroid. Okay. The most basic concept, generally it is asked in the interview, what is the difference between center of gravity and centroid. So this is the basic difference between center of gravity and centroid. Hope you must have cleared in this concept. So after solving one problem, I think it will be more clear. So I want to solve one problem. Suppose the first problem of this lecture to find out the centroid or center of gravity of some T section. This is the T section. Suppose this width is suppose 30 mm. This length is suppose 100 mm. This is called flange. This is flange. This is web. You will study later, but still you should know this is flange. This is web. Okay. This will be suppose 150 mm. Now someone will tell to calculate the center of gravity of this section. So how to calculate? So I already told in center of gravity case this must become two terms, that is x bar, one will be y bar. So in this case you can see, so y means vertical, x means horizontal. So everyone knows this section is symmetrical about y axis, because how? Suppose this is y axis, if you will cut the section through y axis, then you can see this will divide the area into both half. So it is symmetrical about y axis but not x axis, because if you will cut the section through x axis, then there is no symmetry between the two divided section. But if you will cut through y axis, then it will divide the section into two equal half. So so it will be easy to find out the in symmetrical section the center of gravity area. Just divide by 2. Suppose total is 100 mm. So our, as it is symmetrical about y axis, so this distance will be symmetrical. So our x bar you can easily calculate, just divided by 2. So total length is suppose 100. So 100 by 2 will be our 50 mm. So this is the x coordinate, x direction, center of gravity, distance, that is 50 mm. This will be 50 mm. But in case of x axis, this is suppose x, this is y. This distance you does not know. You cannot tell by just looking into the diagram. So you have to calculate by using the formula which I already told. So this is 50 mm. This is over. So now I am moving the most important thing, how to calculate y bar. That is the main question. To calculate the y bar. So y bar can be calculated, I already told, by using that formula. So we should know A1, A2, Y1, Y2 and area. Then you can calculate the Y bar. Starting with A1. So you can see in this section, you can divide the total section into two equal halves. This will be one section, suppose A1. This will be another section, suppose A2. So A1 can be calculated because this is 30, this 30 given. Okay, this 30 given. So this area can be calculated 100 into 30, that is 3000. So A1 will be 3000 mm square. Now tell me what will be the A2. A2 will be this section. So this length is 1 feet minus 30, 120 into 30. So 3600 mm square. Okay. Now you have to calculate Y1 and Y2. The final thing, Y1 and Y2. Suppose this is the base. At the base I am taking the axis of reference. You must take in every problem one axis of reference. So in my case I am taking the bottom axis as axis of reference. So in the first section A1, the axis of reference, the distance from that section you can calculate. I already told, while calculating the x1, x2, y1, y2 you must take from the center. So from this center the distance you can calculate. This is 120 and this will be 15 because total is 30, so half will be 15. So 120 plus 15, that will be 135 mm. In Y2 must be from the section 2 to the axis of reference. So at the section 2 the total height is, we already calculated, that is 120 mm. So 120 half, that will be our 60 mm. So you can take Y2 as 60 mm. So in this case now just put the values. So A1 will be 3000 plus Y1 will be 135, A2 will be, sorry, A1 into Y1 plus A2, that is 3600, Y2 will be our 60 mm. The total area will be our 3000 plus 3600. So now just by using the calculator you can find out the answer. Okay, just put the values and get the answer. Again I am repeating the problem. In this problem one T section is given. So in this section you must divide the total section into small halves. In the theory part I already explained. So this can be divided into two parts. One is A1 and the one is A2. So in this section we have to take one axis of reference. So from the axis of reference from the center of that area, that is be from the 15 mm, because total is 30, so half will be 15. To axis of reference the distance will be give you Y1 from A2 section, the second section from the center of the area to the axis of reference will give you the Y2. So this length is 120, this is 15 mm, so total will be 135 mm. For the section 2 the total length is 120, so half will be 60. So Y2, A1, A2 you already know how to calculate, length into breadth, and here also breadth into length. So it will give you the A2 and A1. So now you can calculate the Y bar. Okay. So in the next class I will tell the answer. Now you just do by yourself and find out the answer. Okay, this is the about T section.